guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica. Today I am bringing you the exciting 9th installment in our 13 Days of Halloween series with Alucard. If you don't know who Alucard is, he is the main character in this series called Hellsing. Hellsing is a great show, great read, depending on what you prefer. I highly recommend you check it out if you are a fan of horror, vampires, blood and gore, all that fun stuff. It is quite a trip. Alucard is essentially Dracula, and he is just a crazy character. So much fun, so iconic, and I obviously had to portray him at some point. So what better time than Halloween, am I right? But without further ado, if you would like to see how to recreate this look, then please keep on watching. So to start, I'm just sketching out where the jacket sits on my chest here so I don't overpaint when I get to this point. Then using my Angel Veil face primer, I am priming the one side of my face and then mixing two foundations, one that matches my skin and one that's a bit lighter to kind of create a slightly paler shade than what I am naturally. And then just blending this in with a beauty sponge. And then going in with an eyebrow pomade, I am filling in my brow, keeping it pretty thin as Alucard's eyebrows are relatively thin themselves. And then cleaning that up with a highlight stick. And then I'm taking my NYX Wonder Stick and using the contour side to start to shape my nose and carve it how I want, as well as chisel out my cheekbone. I'm using an eyebrow pencil to sketch out where the other half of my face is going to lay. And then taking that same foundation sponge from earlier, I'm just using what's left on it to conceal my lips. And then going in with the Kat Von D lash liner to tightline my waterline all the way around. Using a black gel liner, I'm going to be lining my upper and bottom lash line, making it moderately thick and connecting them on both the inner and outer corner. Once I've done that, I'm just going in and cleaning up that line with a Q-tip. I'm applying a coat of mascara just on the top lashes. We're then moving on to the other side of the face and starting to sketch out where all our eyes are going to be. We're doing this in kind of the Hellsing style where it's very stylized, very sketchy, making sure to create various sizes with these eyeballs, also making some a little bit longer. We're not looking to make it super realistic. Once we got the placement of those down, I'm going in and drawing in where the iris is going to sit on each eye, making sure it's just a perfect centered circle right in the middle as though the eyes were being held wide open. Then moving on to the mouth, I am going in and sketching in that super dramatic, crazy grin that Alucard tends to have. Filling in the teeth, also making sure to use a reference picture when you're doing this part to try to make it as accurate as possible. And then I'm taking a white water activated face paint to fill in the teeth. And then using a felt tip eyeliner to define everything that we drew down, outlining the teeth, filling in the negative areas in the mouth. And then using a red water activated face paint and lightly filling in where the gums in the mouth are. Then taking a black eyeshadow, I'm going to start creating shadows along the perimeter of the mouth here. So I'm blending it out along the upper corner wrinkle of the smile, as well as starting to create a lower lip. Also putting some shadows in the teeth themselves so they're not just perfectly white. And then going back in with that felt tip eyeliner to redefine everything. We want to make sure to have bold black lines in this look to kind of give it more of that cartoony, comic booky, dramatic flair to it. And I'm also making sure to add a really dramatic shadow right under that lower lip where it's going to start to connect to that other side of the face. Taking a black water activated face paint, I'm going back in and redefining that line we drew in earlier to separate both sides of the face and neck. And then also using this to outline all of the eyeballs we created. And then going in with that white face paint, I am painting in the whites of all of the eyes. And then using the red face paint to start painting in the irises in the center of each eye. And then going back in with that black and just completely covering the rest of that negative space in that whole area. I'm then going in with my felt tip eyeliner and starting to create the pupils in each eye. I'm also kind of creating little sketchy markings around the iris, not fully encasing it with a circle, but just kind of being sketchy with it, as well as putting a little bit in the whites of the eyes, but not a lot. And then going back in with my white face paint on a small brush, I'm starting to create these kind of sketchy, stylized little eyelids around each eye. And then I'm just going back in and detailing each eyeball until I like it. Next, I'm lightly going in with some black eyeshadow, kind of creating some shadows inside the eyes to give it a little bit more dimension. And I'm also placing some shadow on the other side of where the two sides of the face meet to kind of create a fold there, give it again some dimension. And once I have my shadow down and blended out a bit, I am then going back in with my eyeliner and just crisping up that line so it kind of goes with the overall look that we're going for today. So now moving on to my upper body, I'm starting off by sketching out one giant eyeball right in the center of my chest, and then creating 3 smaller ones going up my neck. I'm then going in with my white body paint, filling in the whites of all those eyes, and then going in with the black body paint and starting to outline all of the eyes, filling in that entire negative space with the black. And essentially everything that I did with the eyes on my face, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing here. Once I am happy with how all of that is looking, I'm then going back in and just darkening the contour on my nose, also creating a shadow on the side where all the eyes are, and just doing some overall shading along that perimeter. And as a last minute touch up, I'm creating a faux crease right above my natural crease and making it a little bit straighter than what mine is naturally to try and mimic Alucard's a little bit more. And that's it, you guys. You are now Alucard. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun with this one. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more things like this pop up on my channel. Also make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Share with your friends because you're cool like that. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Mwah!